What's good, people? What's good? What's good? Beautiful Saturday morning. You know what time it is. I'm about to randomly relate, reverse rants, no hate. So, I've been noticing for a couple of months now, a lot of channels posting like Floyd is coming back to fight Adrian Broner. Floyd is coming back to fight Conor McGregor. Floyd is coming back to fight Terrence Crawford. I mean, I've seen all of this nonsense. Floyd and Manny Pacquiao is about to have a rematch. And one thing that I've noticed is I haven't heard anything from Floyd at all, as far as, oh, I'm making a comeback to boxing too. Somebody had a photograph on one of their channels with Floyd and Dana White standing next to each other, and it was like Floyd and Dana White are getting together to make a comeback. Floyd's coming back, and then all of a sudden you start to see videos of Floyd in the gym training. Floyd in his interview said he's not coming back. He's retired, and he spoke about what he did with McGregor and the money he made, and you know, it was a business move. And I agree with them, because I will, any one of you that sit here and, oh, he took the easy route, he did this, he did that, oh, that wasn't a legitimate win. Let me tell you something. For $300 million, I don't care what channel you are, I don't care what fighter you are, I don't care what commentator, what spectator I can give, I don't care nothing. For $300 million, you would have fought Conor McGregor too. There's nobody that Conor McGregor can fight in the UFC that's going to even come close to $300 million. Not even 100, not even 50 million. Okay, so at the end of the day, all of the hate and ignorance, I've never seen somebody hated so much. What has Floyd done to anybody? This is the thing that I get. People talking about the man's personal life. What do you know about this man's personal life? Like, my thing is, I don't know Floyd at all. I'm not friends with the guy. I don't know him. I'm just speaking on the reality of how people can just build such a hatred for somebody and talk as if like he's done something to you. You know, like, what, did he bang one of your sisters or something? Like, did he make out one of your wives or something? I don't get it, man. Like, I'm reading the comments on the video. The video had nothing to do with Manny Pacquiao, with Jose Luis Castillo, and all of the ignorant comments that people were making. And I'm going, damn. You make a comment about a restaurant. Oh, I love eating at Chili's. Somehow people are talking about your mother's this, your mother's that. Oh, you a hater. People can't even stick to topics. And when you hate somebody so much that no matter what the video is about, you just go on and on about nothing. Do you think that it matters when you sit here and say, oh, he's 49-1 because he lost to Castillo and he lost to this guy and that guy, so he really got 2-3 losses, and they robbed him, and Floyd's this, he's that, and just bad mouth. And I'm saying, you know what's crazy? Because somebody did a breakdown, not even a breakdown, they did a video, and in the video, he's talking about, he's asking the Philippine people to translate what Boo Boy was saying to Manny Pacquiao in the corner. And basically, he said, I found something that you guys may have missed. And like he had something, like something was going to be said that we didn't hear. Nothing. Unless you understand how to speak Philippine, then how the hell would you know what he was saying? And then different Philippine people started translating, typing in what he said, what he was saying to Manny. And basically, what he was saying, according to them, was that, hey, don't just throw one shot at a time. Use your footwork, because Floyd is timing you. You know, he can't handle your footwork and this and this. Listen, it's funny because even though he was saying that, right? No matter what Pacquiao tried to do, Pacquiao doesn't have a plan B, C, D. Pacquiao fight is always just that. outwork you, outquick you, outmove you. Bottom line, outwork you. That's what Pacquiao does. Pacquiao doesn't really so much set traps and play that chess game. It's just he outwork you, out hustle you, throw more punches, fast hands, fast feet. He couldn't. And this is what people what kills me when people it makes me laugh because like you guys always talk about boxing and how much boxing knowledge you have. You realize when you watch any fighter, okay, a fighter sitting here studying you right now saying, okay, you know what? I can see he won't be able to handle a jab. Yeah, 2, 3 jabs in it. Yeah, footwork, side. He won't. Okay, I know exactly how to fight him. And then when you get in there, you can't do it. His goddamn shoulder. You still. It's weird. This is worse than Wilder in Fury because this was years ago. You got some idiot talking about watch the fight in slow motion, and after watching it in slow motion, I realized Pacquiao really won the fight. So now we're gonna sit here. We're gonna get high first, cause I sure as hell ain't have no interest to sit here and watch anything in slow motion. I don't need to watch it in slow motion. I don't need to even watch it again. I've watched that fight many times. I watched many fights over and over and over, and I just assess everything from round one to the final bell. Okay, everything that matters. That's what I look at. What's funny is what and I'm reading all the comments, right? And I said, and I typed in, well, you know what's so funny? Out of everything they said, Pacquiao never said once, my shoulder's bothering me. They never addressed his shoulder injury, right? So if he threw something that all those punches he was throwing and missing, let's say if he hurt his shoulder in the fight, that's a part of the fucking the fight game. So how do we go over it was his shoulder? Hey, Ali got a broke jaw in the fight. Had to finish the fight with a broke jaw. Amir Mansour almost bit his damn tongue off in a fight. You understand what I'm saying? People break that. Wilder breaks his hands in fights. Things happen, man. David Haye with the Achilles tendon. But it's like people hate Floyd so much that the shoulder. They didn't ice his shoulder. They didn't massage his nothing. You didn't see not once. And I watched that fight over and over and over and over. And not once was there any mention, even only until the end of the fight when he comes out. Let me tell you something, man. I know there's 12 people, 12 personally. I ain't even talking about on TV. 12 people personally who had torn rotator cuffs. What every one of them had in common, not one of them could do this. Okay? Not one of them. And you're going to tell me that, man, if you watch that fight, Pacquiao was throwing hard, fast punches from the first round to the last round. And he was missing a whole lot of punches. So, 4th and 5th round, he caught Mayweather with a couple of good shots. And that was really all he did. And I don't think that gave him a round because he landed a hard shot. He still was getting outboxed, outtouched. And it looked like a sparring match. And people, oh, Floyd, he should have did and he should have. No, Floyd should have did what he always do. You know, everybody said Pacquiao was going to cut off the ring. And Pacquiao was going to do this. Pacquiao was going to be too fast. But nothing Pacquiao did worked. And one thing I will say about Pacquiao's past opponents, they thought because he was like him being a smaller guy moving up that they could stand there and just bang with him. And then it's like, no. The awkward punches, the side movement, how he comes in, gets out, and, you know, his rhythm starts going. And you know what happens? They realize, okay, he can punch, but he's fast on top of that. And me standing here was stupid. Now they're in a situation they can't get out of the way of the shots. They don't have a plan B, a plan C. Fighting somebody like Floyd fights you several different ways, whether you guys realize it or not. Floyd adjusts and adapt, and he knows how to mix things up. With Manny couldn't. It was just simply 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Jab right hand, move, jab right hand. His father, they were pointing out how his father was telling him, come on, Floyd, you gotta step it up. Of course. What good trainer doesn't try to encourage their fighter to step it up? Because why? Even though he's throwing all them punches and missing, You don't know how that's persuading the judges to, okay, yeah, he's throwing way more punches. Marcos Maidana threw way more punches than Floyd and missed like way more than half of those punches. Way more. Way more. And they say, how did Floyd win if he only threw 30, 40 punches around? Because he was accurate. The shots that he threw, most of them landed. Pacquiao missed. So, I mean, Oscar De La Hoya, when he fought Pernell Whitaker, every time Oscar De La Hoya moved, the crowd is going crazy. He was throwing so many flurries. Now, watch that fight. You guys want to talk about a guy being more active and missing? Watch that fight and look at how many punches he clearly missed, and the crowd is going crazy just because he's punching. Now, watch when Oscar De La Hoya fought Felix Sturm, a guy who's his size, how he outboxed De La Hoya, beat him with a jab all night long, and they robbed him to make the De La Hoya versus Bernard Hopkins fight. But it's just the hatred, man. I mean, it's amazing because it's like I'm listening to people talking. I'm saying, you guys are so stupid that somebody type up Floyd's coming back or this person's coming back. You all watch ESPN. You sit up and watch YouTube videos all the time, and you don't hear anything from Floyd, anything from Leonard Ellaby, anything from his camp. But yet everybody else knows when he's coming back before he even says anything. And it's nothing but clickbait. And then you click on it and you thinking you're about to hear something new. No, you're hearing a bunch of lies, man. Floyd, out of his own mouth, said, look, my body is breaking down. My body's been broke down for a long time. For me to come back and have to get there with some guy who can only sell out small little buildings and don't really have a big profile, what am I coming back for that for? So if I see an opportunity to do business that makes sense, like he said, wow, who the hell is going to turn around 300 million? Who? I would fight Godzilla, literally. 300 million. Let's go. Let's rock. Are you serious? 100 million. For someone who is fighting for 3 million, 4 million, 5 million, even if they get to the point where they get to 10 million, that's a lot of money. And it's, to somebody, it's everything. But to somebody like Floyd, I mean, really, seriously? So if you look at guys like Keith Thurman, Crawford, all of them, and you add up, like, I don't know how much. And Floyd said something I respect. Floyd said, I'm paraphrasing. He said something like, I don't examine another man's pockets, or why do we even care? But if you want to talk money in the sense of, well, what makes business sense and what doesn't? For a guy to finish his career, and let's just say a fighter he's been fighting over a decade, ends his career, and let's say out of all the fights he had, let's say in the bank, that guy has maybe $8 million. And you got a guy who retired that made $1 billion. And you guys are shooting him down because, oh man, he talks all of this shit and he does this and he does that. Look, man, how do you sell tickets? One of the things people criticize Terrence Crawford for is what? He's not aggressive. I don't think you need to be aggressive verbally, just trash talking and running your mouth and making an ass out of yourself. But I mean, he doesn't push to get fights. And the same with Anthony Joshua. He's just laid back, and Floyd basically just talked and he backed it up. The guy did everything. When his body started to break down, his hands started to break down, is what he's really talking about, and how he, hey, look, I'm not in my prime anymore, but I'm still great enough to beat all of you guys. And that hurt so many people because it was true. And then when he retired, I mean, I even heard certain people talk about, oh, Floyd's career ended too soon. Based on what? Because he didn't fight this guy. The man retired at 38 years old. Nobody said Rocky Marciano's career ended too soon. He was 49-0, and he was 32 years old when he retired. And I've never heard anybody say that. I've heard people say he got out at the right time. And if you look at the best people names on Rocky Marciano's resume, okay? They were older when he fought him. And if you ask anybody who's the best fighters that Marciano fought, 9.5 times out of 10, you're going to get Joe Louis and Jersey Joe Walcott. They're not going to give you 5 or 6 names, 7 or 8 names. They're going to give you those 2 names. 9.5 times out of 10, those 2 names. And I've never heard anybody say he retired too soon. He got out at the right time. At 32. This man retired at 38. They both, okay, were 49-0. Until Floyd, of course, came back and fought Conor. So how the hell does somebody at 32 exit? He got out at the right time. Another guy stays until he was 38. And it's like, to me, deep down, it's like what you really want to say is, I wish he would have stayed longer so Father Time could have kicked him in the ass and somebody would have got him. I just wanted to see him lose at least just once. So when I hear people say, Floyd don't know how to lose, he doesn't understand that, so we can't judge him by... You know how stupid that sounds? Somebody is so great that he finds a way to win fights. He doesn't lose, then come back and win a rematch. No, he win. Then he come back again and win a rematch again. And then in every fight, just find a way to win. Even though his body is broken down. He's not the same fighter and still was able to do what he did. Yet, here these other guys, younger, stronger, bigger, right? Bitter and sour because, no. My mentality is, I don't need you to pass me any torch. I will light my own. I will create and light my own torch. I will make my own. I don't need you to pass me anything. So if we don't get to fight, guess what? I will make waves for myself. I don't need you to pass me anything. There's no rule, oh, well, you're not supposed to retire as a champion. You're supposed to lose to somebody. Okay, so Marciano don't know what defeat is either. Joe Calzaghe doesn't know defeat either. You know, Andre Ward doesn't know defeat either. But why is it only when it comes to Floyd, people say these things as if like, oh, well, what I'm trying to say is I don't think Floyd would know how to react if he lost. He probably wouldn't be the same. And all of this bullshit speculation, all of this, like, you're putting way too much thought into stupid things. The man wins. And look, Sugar Ray Leonard said something that it made me say, damn, you know, history could have repeated itself. Sugar Ray Leonard got knocked out by his sparring partner 5 days before the Marvin Hagler fight. Okay? I don't know why he was sparring 5 days before the actual fight anyway, but 5 days before the Marvin Hagler fight. I guess he was just trying to fine-tune him. I don't know. But anyway, he said that he's glad that it happened. Now, his team is worried for him because why? You just got knocked out by your sparring partner. How are you going to beat Marvin Hagler? Hey, listen. He said that changed his whole game plan because he was going to go in there and slug with Marvin Hagler. Don't you think Ray Leonard would have learned his lesson doing that same stupid thing in the first fight with Durant? So because Floyd Mayweather says, okay, my body's breaking down. I'm not knocking guys out like I used to. It's going the distance. And I can outbox these guys. I have great boxing skills, and that's what I want to rely on. More defense, pot shot, move, throw combinations when I need to, do what I need to just get the win. But I'm not going to go put myself in harm's way and stand there and slug with people. And that makes him a boring fighter. That makes him, oh, he's a scared fighter. What happened to all this fast, fancy footwork? I'm going to cut the ring off. I'm going to punish his body. I'm going to do it. It's funny because when they get in there, they realize, damn, it's not as easy as I thought it was. And they get shut down. And then, oh, Floyd, he's boring. He just ran. Lateral movement, side-to-side movement, that's running. You jump in, he takes a step back, pow, catch you, move, that's running. Ali used the whole ring and moved around the whole ring. It was called dancing. Ray Leonard used the whole ring, moved around the whole ring. It was called dancing. He was brilliant for it. Sugar Ray Robinson, same thing. But when Floyd just uses, Floyd doesn't use the whole ring. There's been certain rounds where he might, just move, come get me, come on. But then guess what? He mixes it up, give you different looks. Floyd does not move nearly as much as a Ray Leonard or a Ali. Pernell Whitaker. Move, dodge, jump up, move. That's called running. It's like, what are you guys watching? And, excuse me, but the whole thing that I'm getting at is how people just think that who the hell are we to sit and say when somebody should or shouldn't come back? Even with Mike Tyson, James Toney, Evander Holyfield, Shannon Briggs, I said plain and simple in other videos, if Mike Tyson was, for example, going to do this with somebody like Evander Holyfield, that makes more sense. The man is 53 and you got idiots. Yes, idiots sitting there talking about, oh, he's gonna come back and he's better than he was. He's the same. He's like he's 21 all over again. He got his mojo back now. Come on, really? At 38, he was getting beat by journeyman. All of a sudden now he's gonna come back and he's just boom. He's back and he's back better than ever or the same as he was based on what? Because someone said, oh, Mike can fight anybody. You know, I train a lot of fighters, and I tell you, Mike is ready. And that makes Mike Tyson championship bound because someone said it. How many times does the trainer say the same thing about his fighter, and then his fighter goes in there and lose? Okay? And the funny thing, for all of these people that kept bringing up Pacquiao, I'm saying, you know what's funny? Go look at Freddie Roach interviews. Type your search in about Freddie Roach admits Pacquiao loss. Yeah. Plain and simple, no. Floyd won. There was no controversy. Floyd definitely won the fight. Plain and simple. He definitely won the fight. You might not like his style. Just like the San Antonio Spurs, people would say, oh man, they're boring. You know, they don't have no flashiness. They just win games. You know how stupid you just sound? Listen to what you just said. They don't have any flashiness. They just win games. Isn't that the point? Do you win championships for being flashy or do you win championships for winning the game? Right? Like Allen Iverson shaking Michael Jordan out of his shoes. And they talked about that one move. The way they talked about that one move, you think that the Bulls got smoked. No, Jordan had 35 and the Bulls won that game. And Jordan had his own highlight reel, but it was like he's so great that it happened to him. Somebody shook Jordan. Nah, that ain't supposed to happen, bro. Nah. And they made a big deal out of that. Hey, give Allen Iverson his props, but it was one play. One play. And that one play put Allen Iverson in everybody's eyes like, yo, that dude shook Jordan. And I'm not knocking him for it, but what I'm saying is, what was more important? Somebody shake me and score? Good one. But we won. That's what's important. I outscored you. We won. And even if I didn't outscore you, we won. So we forget what's important because we're so big on just like we want to see somebody lose. We want to see something happen to a person. And that's why people want Floyd to come back, because they just hope Father Time has got him. And guess what? He cannot perform like he used to, and then he loses. That's what people are hoping. That's all. But at the same time, that doesn't make Floyd or anybody scared because they use their common sense. You know, if Floyd wanted to come back, yeah, yeah. Even if you watch him training, you see the speed is still there. He's still got some snapping them shots. And Floyd is, look, he has no interest. And to be honest with you, I don't even see a reason for him to come back. Now, if he chose to, that's on him. But all of the hatred, man, it's amazing. It's amazing. Somebody just mentioned Floyd's name. You read on anything, and you read the comments, and somebody has to throw Pacquiao in there. Like I said, Jose Luis Castillo, all these different fighters. And you know the funny thing is, I look at how all of the fighters that people praise, that are future Hall of Famers, and how people talk about how magnificent these fighters was, and Floyd beat all of them. But yet Floyd didn't fight anybody. Floyd just was a runner. Floyd was this, he was that, he was scared. Floyd was blah, 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 blah. Yet he ended up being the richest fighter ever. So Showtime and HBO combined basically just found the biggest coward in the world and said, hey man, we just gonna pay you because you ain't shit. You're just a track star. And trust me, 99% of the people saying that ain't never even put a pair of boxing gloves on. Ain't never even been to a gym to skip a damn rope. But you know so much about boxing, and I'm not angry. I'm not in defense of Floyd as a fan. No, I'm looking at reality, man. I'm not a fan of anybody's. I respect Floyd's ability. I appreciate the fights that I got this on witness because I love boxing. But it's just the simple fact that you guys act as if this man like came into your home, robbed you, did something like personal to you. I mean, it is amazing. I don't know Deontay Wilder. I don't like or dislike Deontay Wilder as a person. I don't know him. And I know when people get in front of a camera, most of the time they put acts on because they're trying to sell themselves. What turns me off about Deontay Wilder is his attitude. Because his attitude doesn't parallel his skill set. He talks a lot like he's better than what he is. I remember when Klitschko dropped, you know, AJ. AJ dropped him. He dropped AJ. AJ got up and then finished him off later on. And instead of saying, "Hey, it was a great fight, man," two warriors, man. Like AJ said when Fury and Wilder fought, even though Wilder does nothing but bash AJ, right? He sat there talking about, some things my man need to work on. You need to work on, some things. And I'm saying to myself, Wilder, you are the most unskilled heavyweight I've ever seen to hold a title. In all honesty, you are the most unskilled. Yet you're talking like you're some boxing master, man. You do rookie things. You do novice type things. You don't even know how to turn your right hand over. It's like he's just learning how to turn the right hand over. You fought 40 fights before you finally fought a actual quality opponent. I'm tired of hearing about Luis Ortiz. Luis Ortiz, nothing special about Ortiz. Ortiz is decent at best. He's decent at best. Nothing special about Ortiz. Look at his resume. Who was he fought? Who did he fight to make you even, oh, he's the boogeyman, right? But when it comes to Floyd, it's just like Floyd is retired. You guys you don't want to let him retire. You keep, oh, he's boring. Nobody wants to see Floyd. But then yet, oh, but he should come back and fight this guy, this guy, this guy. I mean, so at the end of the day, it's just like, I'm sitting there and I'm looking at these watching these videos. I'm looking at these comments and it's like, damn, these people are just bitter and miserable. And like Floyd said, people talking about Floyd ain't got money. Floyd's going broke. That's why he's coming back. First off, I'm not coming back. And if I see the opportunity to go out here and make multi-millions, and I want to do it, oh, I'm going to do it. I don't blame him. It's like you're being retired. Imagine you retire from your job and somebody say, hey, man, you know what, man? I got a gig for you if you're interested. And let's just say you make $50,000 a year. And they say, man, listen, all I need is 4 hours of your time a day. You could break it down however you want to do it. An hour here, however you want to do it. 4 hours of your time a day, man. $75,000 a year. Guess what you would say? You know what? I'm going to do it. Because even though I'm retired, I can sit in the comfort of my own home and make more than what I'm making at my actual job all these years. Why would you not do it? I mean, unless you're content with the your Social Security or whatever. Let's be realistic, right? Fighters don't get pensions and all that. Fighters, you have the money that you make, that's what you live off of. So unless you make investments and do things, and you know what? As a man, as a black man, to hear another black man who is talking about investments, who's talking about doing things to keep generating, generational wealth and to be able, because you know what I get sick of? When you get these guys in front of a camera, you shout to my boys, shout out, yeah, man, you know how we do. And yeah, Floyd was flashy, flamboyant, all the jury, we know Floyd loved money. And I'm not saying because you spend money on things that you don't really need, whatever. But what I'm saying is they do all that, but they don't have a plan for life after boxing. And I believe because Floyd became his own boss, did his own thing his way, and was able to make that kind of money and made himself a star, Floyd became a brand of his own. That bothered a lot of people, man. Now, if Floyd Mayweather would have had stardom, but didn't make that financial success, and we hear Floyd was and didn't accomplish the things that he did, but let's just say he did enough to, hey, they'd have been saying, and you find out Floyd's broke. He has nothing. You know what people would have been saying? That's messed up, man. Damn, that guy, man. Yeah, he was a great fighter, too. It take a person to go through something for people to actually even tip the hat to him like, hey, man, big up to you. At the end of the day, we don't know any of these guys personally. I don't know Deontay Wilder. Say I don't like him. I can't stand. No, I don't know that guy, man. But as a fighter, the things that he do and say turns me off, and that's just that. Anyway, wrap this video up, man. It's just I'm just saying the hatred, the ignorance is just it's like, what do you get out of it? You can call him a punk, a coward, a runner, whatever. Well, he's doing something smarter than all of us because he's super rich and you're sitting up here logging on to his channel just to see what he's doing and logging on to other channels just to criticize. But at the end of the day, he's living his life, and I wouldn't wish to see any fighter go broke or see bad things happen to people and all that. Your opinion is your opinion, and that's about it. But to sit up and just bash this man and act like he did something to somebody because he ended his career undefeated, that's ridiculous. Anyway, that's all I'm going to say on this video, and I'll catch y'all on the next one.